Good morning. What do these numbers represent? 82% of commercial companies surveyed acknowledge that an increase in rental utilization would result in increased operational ROI. 46% of those same companies do not track rental utilization. 24% of all equipment rentals go past their estimated due date. 24%. 15 days. 15 days is a number on average that equipment goes overdue. 15 days. Okay. Equipment rentals can affect both short-term and long-term strategies for your company. You know, I'd like to show you a different way of looking at this data, if I may. Okay. Customers tell us about many different factors that affect the overall rental process. And some of these that we have identified are decentralization, which challenges overall effectiveness. Okay. Varying systems to manage the rental process. Sticky boards, Excel spreadsheets, sticky notes, whiteboards. Okay. Okay. Numerous vendors. You've got numerous vendors with different processes, different procedures, and a lack of standardization. Multiple employees trying to manage the rental process. Okay. And multiple crafts. They need the right equipment, tools at the right time. Okay. This is today's state. This is how it looks today. Okay. So these 5 different factors all impact your company and the equipment rental process, and most typically result in too much. Oftentimes companies rent too much equipment and they have rental results in rental duplication. Too long. Okay. Without visibility, oftentimes the equipment is kept beyond the estimated time frame. Too complex. Again, sticky notes, you have a variety of different systems, whiteboards, Excel spreadsheets. Okay. The end result of too much, too long, and too complex are excessive rental costs. Excessive time management, trying to manage the process. Okay. And reduced productivity. Using your most effective and precious asset, your people, trying to manage the process. Okay. We like to call this a fragmented process. You tie this all together. Okay. or a reactive process. Okay? So what's at risk here? The greatest risk is not knowing how this approach, fragmented approach, reactive approach, threatens your future goals. So how do we get from today's current state to a future desired level of operation excellence? Take a look at that. Some organizations today choose to address these equipment rental risks by looking at price as a determining factor for decision making. They seek the lowest line item pricing and perceive advantageous rent terms as a way to effectively manage their rentals. Okay? When in fact, price has been shown to have one-sixth the financial impact of the issues of too much, too long, and too complex. Okay? In other words, choosing to manage equipment rentals by price limits your ability to reaching your operational excellence. Okay? So, some companies today are choosing to work with RSC. They are seeking a better way to bridge the gap between today and the future. Okay. These companies recognize that equipment rental and management affects employee productivity, employee engagement, and project success. And by working with RSC exclusively, they will achieve their organizational goals. So let's visit each of these goals and how best-in-class organizations are working with RSC to achieve them. Okay? The first goal I'd like to talk about is improve visibility and accountability. Okay? Symbol is the eye, visibility. What if your team had true insight into all aspects of the rental process, reducing redundancies and late returns? With RSC Management by Exception strategy, you can focus on attainable database, on criteria that you define to empower you and your team to make the best strategic equipment decisions. Some even choose to leverage embedded GPS because we have GPS available. Okay. The second goal is to streamline the operations and process. Okay. What if you had a partner that you could team with in managing equipment effectively and reliable? With RSC Managed System Strategies, you have a dedicated advocate that is familiar with your organization and processes, assisting you with making sure equipment needs are managed effectively. You will maximize productivity by having all the right equipment and tools. And more importantly, you'll have your partner in maintaining a safe and efficient working environment. Okay? The third goal is cost control and reduction. Okay? What if you had the right tools and strategy to make a substantial impact on your company's equipment cost and ROI? You'll have access to customized scorecards and KPIs benchmarked against industry standards, which will empower you and your team to operate at the highest level of efficiency. You'll have customized data to justify rental decisions and actionable information to make future decisions. Sounds good. Companies are choosing RSC today to help them achieve these goals. We call this overall strategy, RSC consumption management. Okay? This is a new strategy that many companies like yours are successfully leveraging to maximize savings to a level 6 times that of price. 6 times that of price. Okay? And can only be accomplished through RSC. Having the right equipment at the right time and streamline the process that drive cost savings is the heart of consumption management. And this is the bridge that crosses the gap from today to a future level of operating efficiency. This is how we tie it all together. Okay? If you truly want to align all factors associated with rental equipment, moving from a fragmented reactive process into a proactive repeatable rental program, and if you want to replace risk with success, the only option is to work with RSC. This is what best-in-class companies are choosing to do today. The combined power of you and RSC will drive your company to unparalleled success. The proactive system process. Okay? $35, $28, and $3. We worked with a major global and gas company and made a decision that we would partner and help maximize their rental program. And these numbers tell a story of their success. 35% increase in utilization on key items. %28 decrease in rental spend as a result of higher utilization. And we did this in 3 months. 3 months we had this system in place and obtaining these numbers. Okay? How does this all sound to you? Where do we go from here?